All right, so I've got some really good news just in time for the holidays, just in time for the weekend. So they announced last night server merges again, but this time it's a little different. So apparently my guess is that from the server merges they did, they found out that there are no gold dupe exploits, which is the thing that always happens with every single patch in this game for some reason. And I guess they're ready to proceed. So it looks like every server in the universe is getting merged basically all at once. There are 326 servers that are getting merged. There are some that are not getting merged, and I'm assuming it's because they're high pop. My server is one of the ones not getting merged, and I'm assuming it's because it's a high pop server already. There's sometimes even queues on my server, so it makes no sense to transfer things into this server. But with that being said, let's take a look at this list. So it's pretty shocking here. We will soon be merging worlds within US East, US West, Australia, and Central Europe. Please click on the drop down for your region to find out more information about the merge. So for US East, everything is Zeta, Eta, Theta, Mu, Nu, Zero, Ta, whatever. I mean, everything. Literally everything. Maybe not, but I'm pretty sure it's literally every single server is getting merged except for Kalnagor, which is high pop. I guess that's the only high pop East server. Or no, this is Olympus and Valhalla, I think, and I think there's not in the list, so I'm not really sure why that's listed. It's weird. And then US West, all these are the ones that are getting merged US West. I'm going to link this in the description of this video below the first paragraph. So if you want to search through or do a control find and search, so you know, like control, if you're not familiar on a PC, control F pops up this, and you can be like, Ortigia, oh, it's there, you know. So if you don't know about that, you can do that and try to find your server in this list. I wouldn't be able to put this list into the description of this video. It's so big, it'd be more than the character limit probably. Yeah, so these are the ones. So we got in Central Europe. The ones that are not getting merged in Central Europe are down here. There's Jotunheim, there's Acris, Baltica, Kaf, or Kaif, whatever, and Kurha are the only ones that are not getting merged on this list. But then again, just because the US East one, I'm not sure, because US East didn't list Valhalla or Olympus, I don't think, because those are like high pop. So I'm not sure. But either way, here's your list. This is 326 servers that are getting merged. You have no idea how long it took me to count 326 servers in this list. It actually was a pain. Anyway, as a reminder, once in-game messaging is posted, players in these worlds will not be able to transfer servers. They will see a banner at the bottom of their screen reminding them of this merge when they enter the game. So I don't know when that message will appear, but if you were wanting to use your server transfer token before this happens and just go to a high pop server that's not getting merged, now be your chance to do it. But then that raises the obvious questions that I've addressed in previous videos, which is, how do you prepare for these server merges? Well, the confusing thing is, for most of these servers, they did not say what world they're merging into, or maybe they did. They said 4 for a lot of them, but then at the end they would say these ones are getting merged into these ones. So I'm not sure if 4 meant the same as into on those other, like, 300 worlds or whatever, but if you are on a low pop server that's like 10 people, I think it's safe to assume that you're not merging. They're not merging into you, probably. They usually merge into the highest pop of the bunch. So what do you do? Well, it depends on what position you are in your world. So are you a governor? Are you a consul? Do you own territory? Does your company own territory? Let's start with that. Well, if your company owns any territory, then you are going to want to stop putting on, what do you call the things, job board projects for these, upgrading your crafting, refining. Just don't even touch it. Just let them run out to whatever. Your world's not going to exist anymore. Your territory is not going to belong to you anymore. So instead, just, don't spend your money. Just put it into your guild treasury and let it sit there. Because you're going to need that money to declare wars and try to take a territory in your new world. So that is the number one thing that companies are going to want to do or avoid or whatever, because there's literally no point in doing it. Now, if we don't know which one of you guys you're getting merged into, the safe bet would be to just let them run out for everyone, like all servers, in the bunch because you don't know who's going into who. And worst case scenario, the company or the world that you're merging into, they let their stations also go down, but you can just get them back up. Like, you know, it takes like a few days or whatever, but you can get them back up. And with the influx of people, you'll be making a lot more in taxes, so you'll be able to afford it if you're in one of the main places. If you're in one of the secondary places, it, you know, is rough, but it's always rough. I would know. A company owns Weavers. Weavers sucks. So anyway, that's it for companies. Now, for individual players, how can you prepare? Well, the number one thing you can do for preparation is run money routes for gathering. So, orichalcum veins, wire fiber, ironwood trees, anything you want to run like that. You're going to want to do it while on your low pop server because there's no competition. You can go and it's easy. The number one that I would consider running right now would be any orichalcum stuff. So, you know, you go to Amboosty and go get all the orichalcum veins there, or you do it in Mangled Heights, or you do the Ebon Scale loop around Imperial Palace down on the beaches, or something like that. If you want to do wire fiber, there's some money routes I've posted before. If you want to do ironwood, there's some routes. There's a wire fiber ironwood route between Stronghold Ravine and Sirens Run fast travel. There's wire fiber platinum ore routes, you know, over here in Reekwater. There's a lot of different routes. There's a Brightwood wire fiber route that I've posted before. I'll link those in the description below the link to the... So it's going to be like first paragraph, link to the forum, link to money routes, and then other miscellaneous videos I have in case you're curious. But any of that stuff you're going to want to farm while you're still on low pop server. I wouldn't bother with any skinning ones, though. Those are kind of a waste of time. But definitely the orichalcum, the wire fiber, and the ironwood trees. Another good ironwood tree one, by the way, is over by, it's in Eden Grove, just south of the outpost, through Stained Bluffs. This whole area right here has a ton of ironwood trees. I think I posted about that one already. I don't remember. I think I did. There's also orichalcum ore down here at Lower Slag Mine. Upper Slag Mine is another place you could go try to run some orichalcum cycles. Or go between that and the trees. There's a lot of different cycles you can run. That's the number one thing that you're going to want to do preparing for this. You're just like, if you have time and you're able to play right now, then you're going to want to run those routes like 4 or 5, 6 hours a day. And then when you merge over, you'll be able to sell all that and make a ton of money. Because uncontested, at high pop server prices, a lot of those routes will make you anywhere from, say, 3,000 coins an hour all the way to like 8 to 10,000 coins an hour, depending on how lucky you are. So if you're not familiar with farming those, by the way, you're gonna you want to put on full luck gear, and you're gonna want to eat the luck food at a minimum. If you want trophies too, that's nice too. And I'm not sure if luck can overstack or not. I never tested it. There's tons of rumors about that. But if you don't care about that, you just want to get maxed, don't forget to flag PvP. You're on a low pop server, like 10 people. No one's gonna find you anyway. So, you know, you just flag PvP. Why not? Because of the winter event, it actually brings about a really good strategy you can do. So go out and farm those routes like that, any of those routes you want. While you're farming those money routes, you can look for the presence in Gleamite chunks, which will be totally abundant on your server if you're on a low pop server. And then you'll be able to get the winter event done super fast and make thousands and thousands of coins an hour, which once you merge over. Also, you can feel free to sell some of the stuff you get. Sometimes low pop servers have insanely high prices, but nobody ever buys. So don't be afraid to list some, just because, you know, if you do get insane price, like if you sell Tolvium Cinnabar for like 150, 200 a piece, try it. I mean, if you sell 20 of them before you get merged, that's good, because maybe they won't be that high on high pop. But as far as buying things on low pop, you're going to struggle. If you're going to buy anything on low pop to try to sell on the high pop, you can totally do it if you do buy orders. You may have no competition for buy orders in the market. So you may just go to like Tolvium Cinnabar and be like, buy order for 10 coins or something on some of your servers. Now, some people are low pop, but not that low pop. But if you are that low pop, you can, you know, say, I'll buy rawhide for 3 cents each or something. And because there's no competition on buy orders. Now, if that sounds like something that happens on your server, then that is something that you could try doing to collect some materials. Get like infused silk, infused leather, orichalcum ingots, star metal ingots, platinum ingots, you know, anything that's like high volume that is easy to sell. If you can get it super cheap with buy order. Only do that though if you can get them super cheap, like platinum ingots for 2 coins, or orichalcum ingots for 8 coins, or infused leather for 3 coins a piece, or something like that. If you can get a hold of that stuff with buy orders, then yeah, go ahead and stockpile money into that. Also, you can still, while you're waiting, see that tree behind me? You should go to every town and get those anyway, just for the event. And also, there's some free coins in those and stuff. When you're in towns, go ahead and grab those on low pop servers. It's just something you can do to get a little bit of coin. But really, the main thing is just going to be farming mats, banking them away and waiting. And then once you merge in, just unload them to the now giant population server that will actually buy them in bulk. That's a number one thing for normal players. And don't worry about leveling up your trade skill, like your crafting skills, until after the merge. It's much easier to level crafting skills on high pop servers when you can readily buy materials. So again, just hold the materials, sell them when you move to high pop, and then just buy whatever you need if you're going to go that route for crafting. But that's everything I think to tell you about server merges that are happening and how to prepare for them. There's really not that many things you can do to prepare for them. It's mainly just taking advantage of the fact that you're low pop, because there's a lot of things on high pop that that's the only things that really matter. Like, you could do chest runs, but you can do chest runs on high pop. It's actually easier on high pop because a lot of the mobs are dead sometimes because people are running through. You know, so there's a lot of things where it's like, actually, that's better on high pop. The only ones that are super good to do on low pop are farming those rare materials. So go out there, farm a bunch of materials, throw them in storage, get ready for your server merge, and then make a ton of money when it happens. That's the plan. Hopefully that helps you out. Go check out that list, see if your server's on it. If it is, do one of the things I said to get ready, or if you have any other plans, you know, get ready for it. But now you know what's going on. We don't know the exact dates, I don't think. I just know they're prepping for it today sometime with, I don't know, I think sometime today the servers are going down. Every relevant server is going down as prep. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're going to do them in one batch, or it's going to be, you know, week over week and you'll get announcements. So those are the ones that are planned. I have a feeling they'll come in waves. So it'll probably be over the next, like, I don't know, 2 weeks. But basically just in time for the holidays. You're finally going to get to experience a high pop server. Let's go, guys. It's time. You finally get to play the game like how I've been playing it. It's really fun being on a high pop server, so get ready for that. But that's it. That's what's going on. Now you know what's up. Servers are going to get merged like crazy very soon in New World.